I'm still working on that other part. I want to get this out there before we start the show. I hate the fact that there are copyrights to everything that you can do that you want to have fun with. Screw you. And I'm not gonna go after the actors. I'm not gonna go after the bands. I'm not gonna go after the people. No, it's the fucking lawyers. Fuck lawyers. I am so tired of lawyers. I have one right now I'm paying a lot of money for. And you know what? He doesn't watch the show. But fuck you, Dennis. No, I'm kidding. I love you, Dennis. Finish out what we're doing and then we could be buddies. We'll have a drink. This is the Wednesday Night Live show, and we are back. It is Wednesday, right? Wednesday. Thank you, Tim. For waking me up, guys. Yeah, John was sleeping. I didn't get to brush my teeth, so I rinsed my mouth out with Mountain Dew. So thank God there's no.
We've all done it, John. It's okay.
Can Mountain Dew get the rust off of a bumper?
Well,
probably can.
The Mountain Dew. All right, look, John was craving a buttered garlic pasta when he got home this morning at 5:30. So I made buttered garlic pasta with crushed red peppers and black pepper. So and I thank God I went to brush my teeth, but the garlic lingers. What are we going to talk about today? Let me scroll down. Inside the crackdown on flashy new generation of illicit vape, popular with the U.S. teens. Ooh. I wanted to talk about this one because we have Lindsey here, and Lindsey's got the numbers, and we all know, everyone out there knows that teen use is way, way down, and I want to talk a little bit about... Yeah. I want to talk about not just this article, but the fact that they've gone back to this card. I want to talk about why they went back to this card and using it, and we know why. It's the big one. But why do they feel like they need to go back to this card, knowing the numbers that they know? And we're going to talk about that, the FDA authorized JUUL device and pods and tobacco and menthol use. So we're going to go dig into that. I think Lindsey has something too that she wants to talk about. So we're going to throw that out there. Yeah. Sure. But, I don't want to upset my number two, Mr. Tim. So Tim, how was your week?
It's been pretty good so far. Had a couple incidents.
You're going to start with...
Well, I don't know whether to lament or whether to be appreciative of the great things in life. So I just deep sigh. I guess I gave a mixed message there. So part A, R.I.P. Ozzy. First of all, R.I.P. Ozzy Osbourne, living legend, icon, Prince of Darkness, soundtrack to many of our lives, more or less. Second and third album.
He was a tobacco user too, by the way. I was just reading up about that. I guess it said that tobacco was the worst drug ever, the most addictive. I guess he had tried quitting 88,000 times or something.
Probably. I mean, he put everything under the sun into his body. So, anyway, second and third albums I ever bought were Blizzard of Oz and Diary of Madman. Second and third metal albums. Anyway, I'll move on from that. I think everybody understands that sentiment. Anyway, good part in life. Last night went to Ameris Bank Amphitheater, went and saw Christopher Cross, Men at Work, and Toto.
Toto, baby.
Metalhead.
The audience there.
Well, I didn't want to stand up for fear of getting beat up by like a 65-year-old.
Yeah, yeah.
So
For
yeah,
sure.
so that was a great show. Toto,
You're all sitting down. You're like trying to rock in your chair.
yeah, I didn't get my ass whooped by an army vet. Toto killed it. Men at Work was surprisingly a lot better than I expected it to be, and Christopher Cross looked good for 74 years old. He still
Hey,
can sing.
Men at Work, did you not enjoy hearing that music again for the first time in a long time?
I mean, they were an MTV phenomena, right? So I mean, you know, we all were Vegemite sandwich at one point in our lives. So that was all great. And then in the same breath, I wish I could share the video with everybody, but we had some in HOA world, we had some punk kids decide that they were going to go ahead and do donuts in the pool parking lot last night. Yeah, and their little Infinity or whatever they decided to do. So while I'm enjoying life, I'm remembering how much I can't stand teenagers.
I'm telling you, you need that golf cart. You need that golf cart, Timmy.
There wasn't a whole lot I could do in the moment. You know, we got it on video, but we'll probably never figure out who the hell it was. But at any rate, so don't be dicks like those kids.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, exactly. Go do donuts in your parents' front yard.
In the driveway, your parents' driveway.
Yeah, do it to your own shit, not somebody else's. Anyway, so that was my week.
That's it. Yeah,
that's it.
Today I'm seeing some classic rock, and we're gonna Toto. All right, we're gonna go to Lindsey. Lindsey, how's your week going?
It's going. I got some work done today on the website and everything. Finally got a bank account and everything. Now just waiting for the IRS. And I'm about 3 months after submitting an application. I think I'm gonna start harassing them on a regular basis on this. So, but yeah, now got the op-ed published. Got some op-eds written. Pretty good, relaxing kind of week, and I got some work to do after the show tonight. So I'm excited. I have pizza that I pre-ordered, so I got to jump off this pretty quickly so I can go pick it up. But
there's no pineapple on that pizza, correct, Lindsey?
No, it's only pepperoni. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I if you have like a specialty pizza, like I'll eat a slice, you know, at a CC's, so, you know, I mean, and stuff. But I'm not gonna go order a whole pineapple pizza or even a whole pizza with, you know, green peppers on it. But I'm like the world's pickiest eater, so, you know, I'm very basic on most of my food.
There's I don't know who's doing it right now, but I remember seeing the commercial, but they're allowing you to do like 2 slices of whatever you want. So 2 slices can be pineapple and, you know, whatever, and 2 other slices can be just pepperoni and olives. 2 other.
Oh my God. I mean, I still like the way, if you buy like 2 medium pizzas from Pizza Hut, you're spending $50. Okay. That isn't worth it at all. So they have to do stuff to like incentivize people to still go get their crappy pizza. Cause I mean, we have a lot of pizza places, you know, there are places that serve pizza anyways, just, you know, restaurants and stuff. I think pizza down here isn't as good as the pizza up in Chicagoland. Okay.
It's a great idea, though. I mean, it's smart. Let you have 2 slices of whatever you want and just charge one price. You can have like, you know, 10 different types of pizza.
I mean, and it's great for like families, kids with picky, you know, picky eater, right? They only watch cheese and dad wants a Supreme or something, you know. So
yeah, it's brilliant. Michelle,
I think that's awesome.
Hey.
What is happening? What is so exciting in your life the last week?
Well, I had another HOA deal that I'll talk about for a second. Yeah, we were sitting here, and the front door, like somebody pushed it and tried to get in, like with their shoulder.
Really?
And turns out it was kids, you know. And then my doorbell rang about 3 minutes later, and everybody knows to come to me if they have issues, unfortunately. But my doorbell rang, and she said, "Yeah, I was walking my dog, and they're in the garage, and they're checking all the doors to the cars." And I mean, we're a locked community, you know. We've got big gates, and they got in somehow, you know. But anyway, we ended up getting them, but the police were called, and
did you get to beat them before the police got there?
No, you know what the police did? I mean, I love the police. Don't get me wrong. I really have a lot of respect for all policemen, but this policeman just said, "Do you live here?" "Yeah." "What unit do you live in?" "Well, I don't know. It's over there." And he said, "Well, just go home."
Just go home.
Just go home. Yeah, it's like here you are, trying to break into all these different places. Just go home, and it's like, home. No, the daddy, no.
Yeah, that damn.
Arrest them. Tell their parents. Take them home. Something, I mean,
handcuff them. Beat them up a little bit. Beat them up a little bit.
Scare the hell out of them,
Put them in a police car while playing Toto. And then you show them.
Serious charge, even as a minor. B&E is still a felony. I mean, they're not going to in prison for it, but you'll get into some trouble. Believe you and me. Mm-hmm. I was a juvenile, delinquent. Okay, myself. Me and my brother both gave all my mom the gray hairs on her head. Okay, we just
but you learned from it.
I always got caught. Anything I did wrong.
Yeah. But you learned from it, and these kids aren't going to learn anything by saying just go home,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I quit doing the stupid stuff like shoplifting because I felt always too guilty about doing it. That was more of like a real peer pressure. Like all my friends were doing it, so I felt that I needed to do it. But the first time I got in trouble was like 13 for curfew violation in the village of Howard City. Okay, and it was just like, what the hell is this? I was roaming around at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I snuck out of my house and stuff. So I kept sneaking out. I just, ran from the cops this time since I knew I wasn't allowed to be out and stuff. And like the guy would come and lay at me and he's like, "We're going to catch you." And I was like, "No, you're not." But I got in trouble. I always got caught with my parents. So at one point, one summer, I kept sneaking out. So they took the door off of my room. I still kept sneaking out after that. And then so I had to so my dad worked nights. So I had to sleep next to my mom in bed for the whole summer. And,
no.
Oh yeah. I was pretty bad kid on that part, So.
Well, my week wasn't very busy, but I'm going to swing it over to my buddy here, Tim. Tim, can you do me a favor and for Art, give him a little Creed.
Give him a little what?
Creed. Give him some Creed. He wants
when arms wide open under the starlight, whatever the song is. Welcome to this place. Who's hating me right now? We'll show you everything with all.
Oh, God.
Anyway. Thank you, Tim. That was just for you. Yeah. Not busy week. I'm glad it's almost over. It is my Friday, so I just got to get through tonight and enjoy my weekend. And I have a big football. I don't know if Tim's a football fan there. I think Michelle is too.
Big time.
Yeah, I don't know about Lindsey. I think Lindsey enjoys a nice beer during a football game, like myself. But
well, I don't like football. I take a lot of beers at football games.
Well, we have our big fantasy football draft party this Sunday at my house, and we'll be live. If you guys want to watch about 10 guys get way too drunk while picking other people, come watch. Say hello to my little friends that are out there in chat.
Yeah, I will. Give me 1 second while I finish typing this sentence. Anyway, we had a new name in the chat, but anyway, so so like I was telling everybody, we went to Amerisbank Amphitheater and we saw Toto, Men at Work, and Christopher Cross, and Christopher Cross has some really good songs.
Yes,
but
he does.
He debuted a brand new one at 74 years old. Yep.
Oh,
and it went. Yep, and it went a little something like this. Hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Wednesday Night Live Show.
Sure did.
Sailing takes me away. Yeah. All right. Let's see who's here in the chitty chat. We got Robert, not on a billboard lawyer. He was here. And then he said he had to go somewhere. And then he said he was out. Something about nicotine. Had to explain some things. I don't know if this is turning into a legal issue or a fight. He ended with out. So I hope you're still here, Robert. If you're not,
there he is.
No. Oh, there. Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing. That makes both of us, Robert.
I thought Robert was going to be calling a number on a billboard. That's what it sounded like. I was headed that way. But I'm glad you're here, Robert. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. We got Peggy at insert any other company name here. Vape Cats. How are you, Peggy? She was at e-cig source. Now she's at Vape Cats. It's all good. So I don't know. Next week,
you never know.
Yeah, you never know where she'll be. She'll be at somewhere. She'll be at somewhere. Somewhere she'll be. We got Jeff. Oh, Danny boy in the house. Good to see you, Jeff. Danny boy. Welcome back to the show. Who else we got? We got Microwave left you on 1 second oven in the house. Good to see you, Microwave. Welcome to the show. We got a new name. We got Aristotle. I got to come up with Aristotle Nunez. I got to come up with another good insert in that one. What's a good one? Aristotle Greek mythology Nunez is in the house. Good to see you. Aristotle's probably not Greek mythology, is it? I don't know. Aristotle was a philosopher.
I think you gotta go with Aristotle. You have to go with the name was just right there.
I got it. I got it. Right. It's Aristotle. It's Aristotle Socrates Nunez.
Socrates, there it is. Socrates.
Aristotle, welcome to the show. And I agree. You know, whatever happened to the good old days when cops would just handle business, sending people home.
Business, yeah.
Come on, man.
Newports are $20 in some places. Where you're at. How much are cigarettes in California, John?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't bought it back in 12 years.
I haven't bought cigarettes in a while, and I'm like, I don't even know how much they cost anymore myself.
I think here in Modesto, where I lived, they're right around 10 or 11 bucks a pack.
Yuck.
And I think once you get into the city, they're a little more, 19 maybe.
So that Minneapolis did just also do that minimum price for vapes.
Yeah.
It's a rip-off. It's a rip-off. We got Jeffrey. I don't know the Bear Zamora in the house. Jeffrey Zamora, welcome to the show. Good to see you back, sir. Always wonderful to have you here. We got Steve, the Emoji King Tottenham in the house. Good to see you, Steve. How are you? Good to see you, sir. We got Bertha. Oh gosh, you're gonna give me all these harder.
Bertha. Oh yeah.
No, you know Bertha, right?
My old manager. Yes.
Orlando. Is that right?
Arellano. Am I close, Bertha?
Yeah,
did I get that right?
Yeah, you're pretty close.
But Bertha needs a middle name. Bertha, not a golf club. Arellano, because remember the Big Bertha golf club. Everybody remembers.
Actually, my car's named Big Bertha.
Yeah.
We got Brian, not an Ewok, Enoch in the house. Brian, welcome to the show. Good to see you, Brian. AKK, you didn't even give me a second name to work with. AKK, we'll just add another K. Welcome to the show, AKKK. Not that. I didn't mean it that way.
It kind of hit me when you were saying it. Myself.
I didn't mean it that way. I
are in Georgia.
Throw another K on Georgia. All right, make it 4 Ks, and then it cancels that out. We got Jay. Jay Love is in the house. Yeah, Jay, I couldn't think of anything that fast.
He was trying to figure out what he can throw in there with
Ariano. Okay, now we have it. She set it up.
Yeah.
She did it like the pronunciation.
You could have went Jay Love long time. You could have went with that one.
You could just do Jay Aloha Love, okay? He always reminds me of California and Hawaii, okay? Most of his posts. Living the dream right there.
There you go. Aristotle corrected me. That sounds better. It's AKK. Okay. AKK. Okay. Anyway, all right. Now we got it right. All right. That's it. I think that's it.
That is it.
Yeah. Top to the bottom. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did my best.
Thank you, Timmy.
Sometimes my improvisational skills suck. Sorry, people.
No, you're spot on with them. You're spot on with them. We have the first article, of course, we're going to talk about is the crackdown of the new flashy generation of illicit vape products in U.S. teen use. I'm going to swing over to Lindsey and Michelle, because you guys are kind of a little more up to date on this whole kids thing. Why, Lindsey, do you think they're going back to this card when they know the numbers?
The vaping epidemic and stuff, because I think, honestly, my personal, and this might be 10.5, but I think the BRFA data are going to show that adults is at probably about 10% of adults are vaping. Actually, in Hawaii, 10% of adults were vaping in 2023, and I'm sure that number only increased. So I think that they're gearing up for those numbers to kind of show that these are adults that are now using these products, because they're going to come out. Those numbers should be dropped by September. and hopefully I'll have them all done on the website, come November and everything. So on that part, but I think that the push is that, you're certain, because it's not you got to keep it in there. I mean, you don't let a good crisis go to waste. I mean, that's how you get funding. And I just wrote an op-ed about India or whatnot, and I was looking at some things. It seems that Bloomberg also isn't doing a lot of funding. Like, he just announced a bunch of awards or whatnot and stuff, and they all went to countries that were doing like just tobacco regulation and stuff, right, not really actually banning flavors and everything. So I don't see a lot of push on his level anymore, the way that you're seeing it. But I think a lot of other groups are still keeping it alive and well, because that's how they justify that they can do something. Also, who knows? Maybe they want to see an increase in youth vaping. I mean, I know I know for a fact that some of the tobacco companies were really upset with these numbers, because they were expecting they were going to see an increase in these. And then I remember talking to somebody, I was like, how pissed do you think they were when that report came out? And it's like, like all year low, yet they're losing money hand over fist to disposable e-cigarettes and everything. So, and it's like, it's not kids who are using them. I mean, kids do use those, but it's mostly adults who are using them.
Right. What do you think,
for me,
Michelle?
I think it was more like, well, you've got these groups like Tobacco Free Kids, and you've got PAVE. That was all about kids to begin with. If they don't push the kid thing, then they're not getting anything, and they're going to dry up and go away, because they're not needed at that point. So they're always going to push the kids thing. It's the only thing that everybody agrees that kids should not do. I mean, nobody agrees that they shouldn't drink verbally or online. They may talk about kids should not drink, but they don't do it openly, but they do it.
They do. I hope they're not doing
with vape. They do that all the time, So I think it's always going to be there, no matter how many kids vape. They're always going to be scared, even if zero are vaping, which we all know is not going to ever happen.
I mean, you go back to the question with Allison with Brian King, and he says, he wants to see zero, and and it's just like that. Zero is never going to happen. Zero is never, ever, ever, ever going to happen.
The SonyATV amendment. Well, also, there's another thing I want to point out too. I think you're getting a lot of push because of the new administration, and now that you've got an official person at FDA or whatnot. And when you saw that the JUUL, I just wrote an op-ed on the JUUL marketing order, so I was actually going through some of their previous. When they got the initial denial, then it was stayed. A court stayed it like the next day, and then they did an administrative stay, and then. That was in like 2022 and 2024. They have officially like rescinded it and then put it back under scientific review or whatnot. I think that you have a push because to make sure that the administration is still thinking about kids, because a lot of those marketing denial orders came out from the previous administration, and that was the big thing, was youth vaping. Between now and then, youth vaping has gone down significantly, and so I mean, I'm just trying to get more studies out showing how it's already decreased and that this is just fake alarmism and everything. But we'll see how it all goes.
How about you, Timmy? What are your thoughts on this, Tim?
What, on this particular thing?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure I have an overall opinion, but
for me, it almost feels like they think the actual reader is that lazy that they're not.
Well, they are. I mean,
they're not going to.
Just look at any particular instance. I mean, alarmism is generated mostly by headlines, right? A lot of people don't even bother to read the article. They see the headline, and then there's, oh, see, I told you so, and they didn't even look into the facts. Where most of the time, the actual facts are at the very bottom of the article. So, I mean, they're going to go ahead and blow it way out of proportion in the beginning. I mean, they're going to try. I just sort of feel like, people just want sensationalism. They want to know that something is bad. They want to know that something, they don't really want to listen to truth or do their own research. And that's just as repeated.
Because it makes them feel good when they feel like they're doing something right. or good.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
a kids argument, you know, everyone cares about the kids. Like then that's been a problem for years. Okay. I mean, I remember listening to comedians from the 80s being like, you know, bitching about this whole who gives a crap about the kids. Okay. I mean, especially like to the point that you're, you know, blocking adults. Again, these people have parents, all right? And the government does not need to come in and take care of your children. Okay. I mean,
yeah.
All right.
That was the huge push in the 80s. Just let the kids do their thing. Leave them alone. You know. Hey, we Tim and I and Michelle. You know, Michelle's probably a teenager in the 80s, but you know, just go with it, Michelle. We got to do it.
Yeah, but I mean, but you know, everything from a kid's perspective goes through that sort of trendy phase. You know, I mean, when vaping kind of started to become more noticeable and more prevalent, you know, the kids were jumping all over it because it was a cool little thing to do at the time. And I think kids get bored really quickly. I think nicotine just wasn't doing it anymore for them. You know what I mean? Because what was I seeing? I was not seeing a bunch of kids on YouTube sitting around in a kumbaya moment, all talking about how they appreciated and loved cotton candy and peach flavored vapes, and you know, and it was quintessential to their coolness.
They were sneaking it and everything. Oh, did you see I vaped in Miss Smith's biology class? I totally got away with it. They're those risk-seeking kids that you are using these things, and they're going to do it with a hell of a lot of other products, like especially. When you have a new product that it's introduced, of course, you're going to have this massive increase because you didn't have it 5 years ago. Okay, it did increase 100%.
And what else I was seeing was just a slathering of videos on YouTube of kids abusing it to the point where they were putting like 10 joules in a styrofoam cup, and then you know, and then teaching each other how to get the biggest nicotine hits off of it and hold it in and do all this stuff. So that it wasn't, you know, it was more about taking something and try to find how extreme you can get with it to give you the biggest head rush, you know, and then, you know, so I wasn't, you know, it was just a thing. And then Tide Pods came along, and that became all the way.
Yeah, that was the real one.
You look at the youth numbers and everything, you know, it spikes in 2019. And I think we all know what that coincides with, okay? It coincides with a popular product that came out and was everywhere. But there's also, I always felt kind of bad for JUUL because, I mean, the Eon Smoke thing, you know how many kids are actually using Eon Smoke and stuff, and they weren't vaping. I mean, they might be buying the JUUL device at that one point, you know, and then they're buying Eon Smoke, and they had a plethora of flavors and completely they didn't follow any of the rules and regulations when it comes to, you know, FDA. But and then and also the fact that the JUUL was treated like the Kleenex. I mean, these kids were using other freaking devices or whatnot, but JUUL's the one that's getting blamed. I mean, that's why you don't get that big, that fast, you know, and try to be the #1 leader in this.
Hey, Tim, I'm going to play the video that's on there first before we read the article, okay?
Which is this the one you put in the private chat?
Yes. Yeah,
the Lindsey article, the Lindsey one. Yeah. Okay.
No, that's my article. I'll put the
ABC.
Well, shoot me the link for that one because I don't think I have.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Stop sharing. I have to stop sharing to do that. Hold on.
Or was it in our group chat?
Yeah, I'll put it in there. It is in there. It's the hold on. I'll do this. It's the ABC Inside Flashy. I put it in the private chat. Hey, Mr. Private Chat.
You got that one, John? I got the other one. All right.
There you go, buddy. I got you. All right, cool. All right, let me do this real quick again. And hit that right there, and then go there, and then go there, and then go there. You're gonna find this funny. So I think we'll find this funny because it's the same shit over and over and over again.
Oh yeah, they're not very original.
Oh, no sound.
I think your sound's
here comes the backpack, Lindsey. Lindsey, here comes the backpack. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh!
Are we supposed to be hearing this too?
What is the backpack? Yeah, you got it's
John, there's no sound. There's no sound.
Wait, what? There's no sound.
Yeah, you didn't check the box for sound.
I didn't check the box. Hold on. Stop sharing, and let me do that again. All right, hold on. Share. The share audio is on. It should be working. All right, hold on. We'll do it again. And click there. And let me make sure my mixer is set up to share the sound. Here we go. All right, one more time.
Yeah.
Child's favorite video game. These vape devices are often cleverly disguised, increasingly addictive, and alarmingly accessible.
Everything you see around here is going to be approximately 4 million vape sticks that we have here.
Warehouses like these across the country are filled with illegal vapes, mostly manufactured in China and then smuggled into the country. And it's being treated by law enforcement as an international threat to America's youth.
This one here says watermelon candy on it, right? When you add candy to it, it meaning more towards a child.
And according to the FDA, more than 1.6 million American children used the products last year alone. Nicotine, an addictive chemical, can be especially dangerous for a brain that's still developing.
They're promoted in channels that can be appealing to kids, including on social media and elsewhere. Nicotine is highly addictive, and some of the nicotine levels in a single cartridge is upwards of 20
times. You get those anymore, Brian.
The equivalent.
Yeah.
The CBP sees more than $60 million worth of unauthorized e-cigarette products in the 2025 calendar year, nearly doubling the confiscated cash size in just 1 year.
There is no approved vaping product in the United States that has a video game. There is no approved vaping product in the United States that has one of these cutesy, fruity flavors. And 85% of the vaping products sold in the vape stores are illegal.
Wow. Until stronger regulations are in place, experts say awareness is the best defense. Parents are often in the dark. Many simply don't realize that these items are what they are because they weren't made to be recognized. And the consequence for young people, the potential for chronic addiction, damaged lungs, and for some, a path to stronger substances. We'll have more coming up tonight on ABC News.
She had to throw that last one in there. Oh yeah, vape. You're gonna do drugs. You're gonna go straight from vaping to smoking marijuana, doing crack, doing meth. Oh yeah, for sure.
And heroin. Oh wait, no, you're gonna have the FDA approved pill that gets you going to heroin. We've got way more documentation on that one.
Yeah.
We've got more documentation of people moving from FDA approved pills and moving to heroin than we have from kids using vapes and going to smoking. Okay, I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Who's live prime, but look at this. We saw this in the actual piece.
There's the backpack again.
You can just hide your vape right here. It's designed for this. And this, you can actually tuck it into the backpack strap. So nobody would be any the wiser, right? And this is right where you would.
You think you're hydrating. You think it's one of those backpacks where you're water. Yeah, water.
Parent would have no idea.
No. Wow. It smells like candy.
I thought she was gonna hit it. I really thought she was gonna hit it right there. I was like, yeah, go ahead, hit that thing. Instant replay.
It would be attractive for a young person.
Yeah,
all right.
See why.
So more tonight.
Tuck it into the backpack strap, right? And this is right where you would inhale it.
Yeah, because you think you're hydrating. You
I
think
thought for sure she was gonna hit that
water. Yeah, water.
Parent would have no idea.
No. Wow. It smells like candy.
Right I thought she was gonna hit it. I was like, yeah, hit that on national TV. That would be a great thing for us.
Well, you did have some guy. Who was the guy? Like a conservative commentator that got caught hitting his JUUL right before he was supposed to go on air.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, you don't.
You had that one lawmaker in that South American country that vaped on the legislative floor or whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh, on that one.
Yeah, last year we had
I have a bunch of adults who would use that in airports or whatnot. And everything. So.
Well, last year we had the Miami Dolphins head coach who is a vapor that was vaping on the sidelines during the football game and got caught. I thought they were going to hang him. I really did. I thought, well, dude, if this dude loses his job as a head coach of the Miami Dolphins because he just hit a vape pen on the sidelines, that is going to be crazy. Timmy.
They're all zinning it now anyway.
They're all zinning it, baby.
The Zin's not even up that much. And it's only Zin is about a certain segment of youth that are using it, okay? It's
right.
Yeah. And also, I never thought that Zin or oral nicotine would actually go up because you can't share it. I mean, unless you're going to swap it with people. You can give them a pack. But that's these kids are broke. They're not just going to go give away. They're out a bunch of all their Zins for free like that and stuff. So.
Yeah. Timmy, go ahead, Timmy.
All right. So to tether off of that redonkulous video that we just watched.
Redonkulous.
Redonkulous. Just anything
So
for
great.
alarmism.
So great.
Like how many kids probably actually have that backpack? Probably zero.
Zero.
So they found it on a website somewhere, and they're like, "Oh my God, look at that! Let's just say this is what the kids are using."
Yeah, and then the people that actually were selling it were like, "Holy shit, we sold one!
We sold one, yeah." We're still waiting on that damn hoodie.
Yeah, exactly. How many kids have the vape hoodie at school?
None.
Not a damn one of them. U.S. officials are waging a robust crackdown on a surge of sophisticated illicit vaping products flooding U.S. markets, many of which appear designed to attract teenagers and avoid parental detection, an ABC News investigation found. The new generation of products, most of which are imported from China, feature vaping mechanisms that are concealed as backpacks, smartphone cases, highlighters, and handheld video game consoles, officials said. The products, some of which include LED lighting, Bluetooth connectivity. By the way, tell the kids that's the dumbest feature to ever put on a vape anyway. It's the most useless thing I've ever seen included in a vape device. Allow teens to vape discreetly while attempting to evade parents and teachers. I don't know how elusive is a vaping backpack. Like you got a tube pulled up to your face.
2017. So even before youth vaping went up, clearly at that point, who were they really designed for? But the advertisement that I'm seeing on this, it's like, oh, use your bike, go on your bike and vape. Okay. I mean, and it's like, really? I mean, this is kind of like, I don't know a lot of people who are like, and cycle enthusiasts that, who are vaping. Okay. I mean, you don't know a lot of that smoke to begin with. I mean, it's not really an activity that, you can, mess up your lungs with, but.
So it's very possible the child can go, "Hey, mom and dad, I want to get these headphones. I want to get this video console." And the parents unwittingly are buying their child vapes. ABC News anchor Lindsey Davis asked U.S. Customs and Border. What kind of a dumbass question is that?
I can't find it for sale anywhere.
Bobby, put down the PS5. Bobby, put down the PS5.
Yeah.
He's clutching it like a Jesus Christ. That could happen. Yes, he says. All right, Einstein. How many times have you seen it? Mr. Everson, how many times have you seen a kid with a game console in his hand and he's sucking on it like he's sucking on his thumb? Good God, dude. Federal authorities are treating the deluge of vapes being smuggled into the country as an international threat to America's youth. 2024 CBP seizures of electronic nicotine delivery. So you could have just said ends, which include vapes, had a domestic value of $34 million. And in just the first 6 months of 2025, CBP seizures had a domestic value of $60.3 million. Got a warehouse full of game consoles that are disguised as vapes, everybody.
Yeah.
Despite a ban on flavored vapes, stores across the United States continue to sell cartridges like Pineapple Express and Killer Custard Blueberry. In Louisiana, federal agents with the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives have been seizing vapes hidden in safes, vehicles, and elaborate. Didn't we already have this conversation about what's coming across the border? I'm waiting for the episode to catch a smuggler when the guy rolls up in the clunky Toyota all-wheel drive pickup and they find all the hidden compartments full of vapes in the friggin' floorboard. I'm waiting for it. I can't. I want to record that episode the first time.
No, I don't, Curtis. I do not like no pineapple crap in there.
No. The agency told ABC News it is seizing so much product that officials had to drastically increase the capacity of the holding facilities where they store seized products. Yeah, so they got 600,000.
They have 2 rooms now.
God, great.
Two. Not one, two.
Yeah. It's the same situation in Chicago where 4 million vape sticks sit in a law enforcement warehouse. Do you have any sense what kind of percentage this is of all that's out there illegally? Davis asked Everson regarding the 4 million vapes. He says This is just a small fraction of the seizures we have here, Everson replied. Wait, here it's enticing the kids. The vaping industry has been around for more than a decade, is currently worth billions of dollars, according to industry experts and law enforcement. The CDC Foundation.
Almost 2 decades. These years in the U.S. came in 2007. Some people indicate maybe it could have been 2006. Okay, but like I always go 2007. So that's about 2 years from being 2 decades.
Yeah, investigation journalism. Yeah.
The CDC Foundation has found that more than 20 million e-cigarettes are sold in the U.S. each month.
Yeah, baby.
But experts suggest the illicit vaping industry is even bigger, with one think tank estimating that about 240 million illegal vaping devices were sold in the U.S. in 2024. It's part of an innovation boom, with the U.S. accounting for nearly 2/3 of Chinese vape exports, according to the China Electronics Chamber of Commerce. And although vaping rates among teens have tapered off in recent years, more than 1.6 million American kids reported using vape products in 2024 National Youth Tobacco Survey.
But you know, my thing is,
go ahead.
Yep. I'm sorry, but my thing is they're not really illegal if they haven't been decided on. But that's not the way they look at it.
They just call them illegal because they're not authorized. That's their
right. But that's what I'm saying. I mean, they're not really because they haven't had it.
For more than 20 million adults who vape, I mean, it's wholly inadequate. And I don't know where they think that like getting these off and going through like customs is going to get these off the streets the way that they're expecting it. I mean, so it's just like, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a war for the next couple of years, I think, on that one.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many more important things they could be doing. One on
the industry that's pushing these things. I mean, I just checked out to see what the think tank was, the Polaris Institute or something. And that reads like half the stuff that they've been writing about illicit vapes that are talking points that are coming from the tobacco companies. And that's the one thing that really frustrates me with this whole illicit vape stuff and these Chinese vapes is that you are literally using misinformation to knock out big tobacco's freaking competition, and you're using government sources. That's un-American. That's unconservative. It makes me very frustrated. So.
Oh, thank God it's not a vape. Yeah.
One ongoing trend among illicit vapes entering the country is that they often feature sugary flavors, despite a 2020 nationwide ban on flavored cartridges and sleek, colorful marketing that's geared explicitly toward young people, officials say. Oh, yeah. Brian King, a former official at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, said it's not just the flavors and the packaging used to lure young people, but robust marketing campaigns on popular social media apps. I don't really see disposable ads. Like I'm on social media enough.
No, it's just access. They're sold in every freaking foreign owned tobacco and vape shop. I mean, so
yeah.
I mean, they're sold in a lot of American-owned, vape shops too. I mean, these people are trying to help people quit smoking. You really try to eliminate that. I mean, are we seriously just propping up cigarette sales? Because that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Well,
those companies that are running around with how much they've lost in profit or whatnot, and they're blaming illicit vapes for this, and it's just like, really? I mean, yeah, you're right. It is illicit vapes. Your products suck. You start reforming the FDA so there can be a robust marketplace. You'll still have market share because you're in all the freaking. You have like 40% of the convenience stores are like part of your freaking association, so they can't sell unauthorized products. That's why you notice when you go to big box chains, they don't ever see disposables, but you do see like Sensa, the non-nicotine one with flavors from BAT.
Exactly.
And then they're not selling any of those. I ask every time I go to see it in the store how many times they sell those products, and nobody has ever sold it.
It's a variety of factors, said King, who now serves as an executive vice president for the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, an advocacy group aimed at preventing teen tobacco use. Well, focus on that shit. We do know that flavors are enticing to kids, but we also know that they're promoted in channels that can be appealing to kids, including on social media and elsewhere. According to the FDA, e-cigarettes are the most commonly used tobacco product among youth who reported current tobacco use. In some cases, the nicotine in some vape products is equal to 35 packs of cigarettes, according to experts, making them highly addictive and dangerous to children and young adults whose brains haven't yet fully developed. It sounds to me like some of the adults don't have fully developed brains here. This past April, more than 24 state attorneys general penned a letter asking the Trump administration for its support in combating the flood of illegal Chinese products, including illegal Chinese e-cigarettes marketed to minors. While we are doing our best to fight the problem in the states, its nature and scope are international. The bipartisan coalition of attorneys general wrote, President Trump can secure our borders against this influx of dangerous products and hold China accountable for preying on American youth. Good God. Currently, there are 39 total vape products authorized by the FDA, all tobacco and menthol flavored, and they all suck. And despite a nationwide prohibition on flavored cartridges imposed by the FDA in 2020, flavored products remain widely available in convenience stores, smoke shops, and online marketplaces across the country. The FDA has issued more than 800 warning letters to retailers for selling these products. In cities across the country, local law enforcement is cracking down on illicit vapes by going to smoke shops and seizing illicit products. It's important because you have people that are children buying these things, said Sergeant Michael Thorpe with the New York Sheriff's Office. You don't know what's in the product. 4 things, brother. 4 things.
4 things.
Hold on. I'm trying not to, it's scrolling on its own. Hold on. I'm trying. Thorpe told the ABC News during a ride along. Oh God, they have ride alongs now to do vape shop seizures. I bet that's exciting. Thorpe told ABC News, up against the wall, give me all your cotton candy cherry.
What is that? Is that watermelon?
Yeah.
I've got peanut butter. Does that count?
Look here, Jones. They scratched out all the melon on all the boxes. It just says water on them. Look, they're trying to be slick. Thorpe told ABC News during a ride-along to vape shops across New York City that they find illicit vapes every day. Despite the progress made by U.S. authorities in curbing illicit vape imports, King warned that a rapidly dynamic landscape makes vapes a persistent threat to American youth. We can't rest on our laurels, warned King, who said authorities have to keep pace as the landscape and manufacturers continue to evolve. We must prevent these products from getting into kids' hands, he said. All right, well, there you have it. Yeah, look at those hard-boiled eggs. Those are vapes disguised as hard-boiled eggs. So unwittingly, the kid asks for your mom to go pick up a dozen eggs at the store, and she comes home with a dozen vapes.
Yeah,
just, you know.
Do they have an egg salad vape flavor?
I don't know. The vapes actually might be cheaper than the eggs.
Oh my goodness! Yeah. I mean, they keep pulling this.
Apparently, they're not going to drop the issue. They're
not going to drop it. Like Brian Kidd said, 0. They wants to see 0, and that's never going to happen.
Well, I'm curious how much money they're getting out of, how much money is going towards enforcement, and whether they're actually collecting any fines or whatnot that can justify the budget expenditures. I don't see CBP keeping on with this super long if they're not getting any funding for it.
Yeah. And I want to know what they're doing with all the ones that they seize. Where are they going?
Yeah.
Where are they going? That's what I want to know. Are they
sitting in the big warehouse, John?
They're just sitting there? Just sitting there?
Who are they going to go after? I mean, they're just going to have to destroy them all, right?
Ruckus and go steal them back and stuff. And everybody have to be involved with illicit vapes, because people aren't dying from opioids or fentanyl.
Yeah.
Because there's so many teens dying from nicotine.
Hey, cops or FBI or whatever they are that have them in their warehouse, I'll buy them back 50 cents to the dollar, maybe. If you're interested, give me a call.
Chicago, you're talking about some of the most corrupt officials across the board in Cook County.
Yeah.
And I sort of
I'll go sell these back to you.
I'll go down. I'll go a quarter to the dollar. So I'll give you a quarter for every one of them.
Yeah.
All right, Timmy.
Well, I also sort of feel like, well, I just want to say, I sort of feel like they kind of, they roped themselves into being able to kind of substantiate this argument that, you know, that all these illicit vapes they find out in the marketplace, you know, have these high nicotine levels. And it's like, well, why don't you embrace and open up the idea of allowing people to present disposable vapes that have varying nicotine contents? Like, we don't all need 50 milligram, you know, in our vapes. I mean, it's just because that's the only thing we can buy when we go out to the market to buy it. Like, I can't walk in and go, yeah, give me that 6 milligram right there. I can't even do that. I'm, you know, if I want to choose disposables, I have to go with 50.
JUUL's at 5%.
What's that?
And even the ones approved at the FDA are authorized by FDA are all high nic.
Yeah,
they're all
right. Well, that's the point I was trying to make is that they have allowed themselves to paint themselves into a very convenient corner to talk about how addictive these things can be at nicotine levels that many vapors don't even really need. You know what I mean? Most of us would already step down anyway. Like, you know, we started high, but we came down really low. And then, of course, yes, we're probably going to buy into the convenience market, because when you're on the go, you need to be somewhere, you're going to a show, whatever. You don't want to carry around, you know, something that's clunky. So we buy these in a pinch. Yeah. And these, I have only seen one. I've only seen one disposable so far that I've purchased over time that allowed you to kind of control the amount of nicotine you were getting. Now, that doesn't mean that it was a lower nicotine content device. It just, you could reduce how much nicotine was being utilized at that point in time. So, but I feel like they've just given themselves a convenient platform to stand on.
Yeah, Timmy, I figured out how to refill these. So now I'm back to I put 3 and 6s in them.
Well, you'll send me the instructions.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's like, okay, I keep buying the battery. I'm like, I asked the store guy, can you just buy the liquid part? And he goes, John, I'm already doing something illegal. Now you want me to add some more stuff to my show? I was like, all right. And I found the video on YouTube on how to do it.
Good.
10 minutes, and I've got that open, and I switched it over to a 6 milligram.
Perfect.
Or I went to 3, and then I put this in it.
Nice. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to find that video.
That's great, because I know you got a lot of juice like I do.
I have a ton of it up there. I have a ton. I'd love to start using it. It's a lot of mango, John. There's a lot of mango.
We're mango boys, man. I know.
All right. So what are we jumping to? Real quick.
Do you
we're
need
already
the other
at
link?
the top of the hour.
Are you need the linky link? Oh shit, we are.
No, just tell me which one it is, because I think I got those other ones.
JUUL one. It's gonna be the last one.
Yeah. Okay. It's going to be the JUUL one. It's the JUUL one, and I'll send you it. It's
my article next week, actually. So it's pretty much just about FDA reform. So.
Yeah.
So it's the the Lindsey's article, correct?
No, just do the JUUL. No, make it 360. That's
the
JUUL.
Yeah. I sent you. It's in private chat.
Okay.
It's in the private chat.
I got it. Dun, 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 dun. Let me do this, and let me do that, and then let me do this one, right? This one right here. Yeah.
Sure. That's the one. That is the one.
What are they advertising today? Element Vape. They're selling strawberry watermelon illicit vape devices. FDA authorizes JUUL device and pods in tobacco and menthol flavors. Ironic how the world is anymore. Where's Alanis when you need her? Isn't it ironic? The FDA has granted marketing authorization to JUUL Labs for its JUUL device and refill pods in tobacco and menthol flavors. The FDA has not yet made an announcement but JUUL reported the news in a press release. According to JUUL, the authorization covers the original JUUL device and JUUL refill pods in Virginia tobacco and menthol flavors, both in 3 and 5% nicotine strength. So they do have varying ones, so 30 and 50.
Yeah.
The FDA green light makes JUUL only the second vape manufacturer to receive FDA permission to sell menthol flavored products. NJOY was granted authorization for 4 menthol products in June of 2024. JUUL Labs has also submitted an application for a second generation device that allows age verification and device locking, but the FDA has taken no action on that product. The FDA issued a marketing denial order to JUUL Labs for all of its PMTAs in June 2022 for optics. They forgot to put for optics in there, and ordered retailers to remove the products from store shelves. JUUL said the FDA has ignored thousands of pages in its applications that address the very issues the agency had used as a basis to issue the denial order. The company sought and received a temporary stay from a federal court the next day. In course and putting its own denial order on hold, saying some scientific questions deserved additional review. Last year, the agency rescinded its MDO and placed the JUUL products back into scientific review.
That's the whole
there you have it,
cool.
Sure. So the one company that we all kind of see as sort of the thorn in our side, luckily they go ahead and get an authorization to put their products on the shelf. Just so hypocritical.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, they don't listen to us, though.
Well, the thing that I understood about JUUL, though, a lot of the people in the industry were really, really, really surprised that JUUL got an MDO because they had like one of the most thorough applications of all of them that were submitted. And they've got like, so I know a few years ago in preparation of the PMTA, they were started requiring the majority of their retailers to have that age scanning software. And so they've got a lot of data of their products. It's just really amazing. So that's why I was really kind of surprised. But I kind of figured when you saw Zyn get authorization this year in different flavors or whatnot, that the agency was going to do something on JUUL at this point. Because I mean, the big thing is that they can't even they can't even make their statutory requirement of making a decision on these applications in a 180-day window. I mean, that's in the Tobacco Control Act. This isn't something that proposed. This is why you were able to regulate tobacco products. And obviously you suck at it if you can't meet the statutory requirement. So
well, it's been over a year since they've given anything.
Five years they submitted the applications, and so they did it in 2020. So it took them 2 years to get the MDO. And then
when you say that JUUL was one of the companies in the very beginning that tried to comply with the FDA at the very start, I mean, they were the ones. Okay, we'll pull the flavors up. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do this. We'll do that. And yet, I think Lindsey's right. I for sure thought when this was all going down that they were going to be one of the first companies to get an approval because of just the fact that they tried to comply with everything that the FDA wanted. They pulled the mango flavors out. They pulled the cucumbers out. They left it with tobacco and menthol, and yet they still got denied. And I think maybe not just for them complying. I think it was the fact that if they felt like if they gave them authorization, it was going to set this whole craziness within the industry. Like, look who you approved, and you didn't approve us, and they're kissing your ass, and they're doing this. But Lindsey's right; they had one of the better studies done. That when I'm sure they spent way more money than most of the e-liquid companies that did their reports. So I'm not surprised.
But that's why I said I think a lot of it was done for optics. I think it was done for optics.
Well, they got denial because of the youth vaping epidemic. I mean, that was what they issued that they did not, and then also that they didn't have enough scientific evidence. But again, this is what my problem is with the FDA. FDA is not supposed to act like a freaking federal arm of tobacco control. FDA is supposed to be regulating tobacco products. And when you're acting like this one, where you're going on, a mission to do something where that's not your mission. Your mission is to make sure that these products are as safe as they possibly can be for adults or whatnot. And then you can work with the states or whatnot and other efforts to reduce, youth access. If they really care about, youth getting these products or whatnot, Why hasn't there been any reforms to the SINAR amendment, which lets 20, you can have with the tobacco compliance checks where they go and send a youth in, the state can have 20% of those 20% of those inspections result in violation, which is a hell of a lot higher than the 5.5 or 5.6% of youth who are vaping in 2024.
Right.
Reverse that down so you can weed out the bad actors and show that these kids are not getting them. But
yeah, I mean, look at half of the pharmaceutical drugs that are out there that they approve. I mean, it's just like they give leeway to these companies that are bringing out these drugs, and I'm tired of seeing anal bleeding on every single one of them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, is every pill that you make cause anal bleeding? I mean, give me a freaking break. I'm not taking it. I'm not. You're right, Lindsay. I mean, it's just leeway for certain groups of individuals and companies. And then for us, it's just like, hey, you either do this or you're not getting approved. And it's bullshit. It is bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed.
It's weak.
It's like, your shit's weak. Your shit's weak.
Lame.
Excellent. Let's throw out every 80s term. I would say fajizzle, but I only say that at work.
That's a good one, though.
I have a shirt that says fajizzle on it. It came off though. It was a picture of me on my shirt that one of my employees did, and it's a picture of me, and on the bottom of it says fajizzle.
There you go.
And I put it in the dryer and it peeled off. I'm an idiot. Anything else you guys want to throw out there real quick before we head on out of here?
Do we want to touch on this penny and associates thing?
Yeah. No, that's fine. We can do that next week. So
okay.
Okay, guys.
I will throw it in there next week. I promise. See ya. That is it for us. I want to thank everyone out there in chat, and of course these amazing co-hosts that show up every week to share our thoughts and read these nonsense articles. And hopefully someday we can. I'm waiting for that day that we can get on here and we all just look into the camera and say, "Yes, we won. We won."
Got it.
Yes. I'm waiting for that day. I
don't have to go on Twitter
I'm
anymore.
The show will still continue. We'll have people vaping nasty flavor. Lindsay will be vaping. We'll have someone make nasty flavors and have each one of us vape. And we'll go back to that route. Never. Not on this show.
No.
But hopefully someday we get to do that, and it will be fun to finally say, thank you and get out of our way and let this industry grow and bring back some innovation and hardware. And it would be nice to, just to have a choice, not just in the e-liquids, but in our devices as well. Michelle loves purple or what color, whatever it is. We all like colors, so give us our innovation back. Give us, the ability to start picking things in different colors. I'm an adult, but hey, you know what? I like to personalize my shit. We personalize our cars, our homes, our clothing, everything, there's still people out there that are still bejeweling shit. And Lindsay, don't laugh, Lindsay. I'm not talking about that bejeweled stuff. I'm talking about the clothes.
Bedazzle, you mean? They're bedazzling stuff?
They're bedazzling. There you go. All right. Hey, there's people out there that are piercing every part of their body. Give me a break. All right.
There's people out there tattooing their foreheads, okay?
Yeah.
All right, you peoples, look into the camera and say goodbye to the wonderful people out there.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Be good. Stay out of trouble. Nobody go to jail. Don't call Tim and I to bail you out. Bye, everybody.